So what the TLOC extension is more on to helping you to extend the transport. So TLOC extension is basically helping you to extend the transport location. Okay. Babu, so if I say a very common network setup in the site, what we have is the two VH router is for each VH router to be connected to just a one transport. There are links between the VH router which allow each VH router to access the opposite transport through a transport location extension, TLOC extension, interface on the neighboring VH router. So previously what we were doing is that we have the, you know, two router and we do have a back-to-back connection, and then we do the what we call it the, uh, is the back-to-back. That's where we run the routing protocol on this back-to-back to exchange the routing from this place to this place, right? So what we do is that here we were running a BGP and here we were running IBGP or OSPF, whatever we feel is the as per our design, and then here also BGP, right? Now in this case, what we have the TLOC extension is doing is basically helping me to extend the transport. So for an example, this transport is already a one point is connected physically. Other point from this one also I'm extending the location. So like if I take this way, let me take the color. So here is all link. So one transport is the beige color is being connected directly here. Other one, what I'm doing is that I'm extending this to this guy. So what exactly is happening? Beige is being extended to the VS as well without any routing protocol, right? So what I say to this router that extend this interface, and the interface is terminated with the ISP. Similarly, this one will be one is terminated here physically. Other one I'm doing a TLOC extension from here to here. So what I'm telling this guy that whom you need to extend is this guy. So I'm telling the back-to-back connection to extend this one, right? So I don't need to run any routing protocol. What I need to tell this interface is that you are supposed to extend this ISP to this one. That's it, right? Now, how this TLOC extension does work overall is that it is telling on this interface as soon as I see that, okay, interface number, this IP address, this extension, TLOC extension, and the interface name. So for the interface which I'm extending, I'll give the interface name here, and then this will pick that interface in name and will extend this to this guy. So when this guy will send a traffic towards to this is actually mapping towards to the physical interface of the ISP. That's how the, into the reverse direction. So what is happening is that my both the VS routers that's have the both the T both the internet links available or both the colors available, right? Now further how the mapping is done. If you look here, just take an example. So we have a one VS router, right? This one, and another VS router is this one. Okay. Now both the VS router are having a service VPN, right? Where the service VPN we have mapped the G0/0. Okay. Another VPN what we have is the transport VPN, right? And this transport VPN is your service VPN, right? Transport VPN is your VPN 0, and service VPN can be any number, let's say 10, 10, 20, 30, 40, whatever it is, right? Now, what I have here is that I am running the MPLS on G0/2, where my physical MPLS is directly connected. And from here, I am doing the TLOC extension here. So when I'm running on the G0/7, G0/7 is actually physically connected to the G0/2 of the other device, where I do have saying that here I'm saying that, okay, G0/7 TLOC extension of the G0/2, right? So this will extend the G0/2, and this way this will reach to here, right? Now here, what I do is that this side I make the tunnel, right? So tunnel interface inside the G0/2. So what I say, interface G0/2 IP address XYZ, and then the tunnel interface. So this side I don't have a tunnel interface because this one is just doing the extension, right? This one is extending, and this side I am doing the tunneling so that this guy can build the tunnel over this way, right? To the other device which is sitting on the remote side. So when this guy will see, the first one tunnel is the MPLS, other one is the internet, right? Now, one thing is that how it will make the tunnel is that we need to put the default route pointing towards to this IP address. So the IP address what I configured on G0/7 and the IP address what I configured on a G0/2 will be into the same range. So I will be saying that to reach to the unknown IP address, follow this default route, which this one, and pointing to G0/7. So what it will say, that any traffic which is initiated by G0/2 will be routed towards to this, and this will send it to the further the following the routing, right? Another thing similarly is what we are doing for the internet. The internet is basically connected on a G0/4. Here I'm running a tunnel. Here from again on the G0/7, I'm saying that do the TLOC extension. TLOC extension of whom? G0/4, and then it is going here, right? Here I'm doing a tunnel interface, and I'm pointing the default route on this one, saying that to build the tunnel, follow this route, send it to the G0/7 IP address, and as soon as it reach on this box, it will follow the default route which is being configured here towards to this ISP. This will reach to the ISP, and then ISP will further help to route it over the internet, right? What the Cisco has said is that always when you are configuring you are terminating the public ISP is the internet, is that you always have to configure the net command. So it says VH1 G0/4 source IP address. So when the traffic is basically going this side, either from the G0/4, originated from G0/4, will come here, it will be netted here, will be sourced with this one, and when the traffic will return, it will come to the netted IP address of the G0/4, and then that's how it will be routed further, right? Now, how the MPLS is being routed, the TLOC extension is the MPLS is basically my private network, right? On the MPLS, I can route I can advertise my private subnet. So here what I'll do is that, let's say I have configured 192.xyz. I am going to advertise this inside the BGP which I'm running here to advertise the subnet B, this subnet, right? And the subnet will be advertised into the cloud. So the source traffic will be actually or remain be here because it is not being netted, and will go like this, right? Once the traffic will come, it is coming to the VH2, this VH router, G0/2 IP address, because actually it is not being netted. That's how it will be routed back to this one, right? So if I'll give you the example of the configuration. Let me take you some example which can help you to get a better.
So that means the TLOC we are using to segregate the private and public traffic from the VH, is it?
No, TLOC is helping you to extend the ISP from the one physical VH where it was terminated to extending to the other VH. So if I am having ISP connected here only, what I do have only one ISP, which is the internet, right? So what I am doing by the TLOC extension is that I am extending this MPLS also on this one, and internet also on this one. So
Okay,
what is happening overall
VH
is
to
that
VH, it should be physical connection so that we can
right,
extend, right?
right.
So, okay, so let's suppose we have one site and another site is just far distance between these two sites. So at that moment, I think TLOC will not work.
No,
Right?
TLOC is not needed. They are
TLOC.
two different sites. This setup, what we are talking about, on the same site, VH1 and VH2. So if those are on a different site, they will build up their IPsec tunnel over the SD-WAN and they will
Right,
do it.
right.
So
but
what
on the
this
single
one is doing, this one is doing is that when you have a fully redundant site with a
right,
redundant VH and you are having a two ISP, to make sure that your both the devices have both the ISP available.
right. But I did not get one point. If you are just saying that extending the transport, right? Extending means we have
So
one physical connection from the ISP on the single router, and you are saying that we can extend till further another physical device, right?
another physical device on the same site.
Same side, but what we are achieving by
Okay,
using this? I'm
I'll
not
explain
getting
you
the
what
point.
we are achieving by doing that. So for an example, let's say for a moment, let me clear this. Okay, so what you have currently is that this part is not there. This part is out, right? Just skip that. Okay, this is not there. You do have a two VH, VH1 and VH2. What exactly is happening when your traffic from LAN is actually coming, let's say this way. Okay, so it is coming on the service VPN and it is trying to follow the transport. So what is the available path for this one? Is the only MPLS, right?
Right.
That mean to say at a moment I'm able to use the only one transport. Other transport is standby sitting, right? Other VH is standby sitting, nothing is happening. What this thing is doing is that it is making sure that the other ISP is also available on this one. So when the traffic is coming from the LAN, it can go either of the path like this or like this.